Okay, hello everyone. This is take two of this 30-minute summary of what am I doing, you know? So this is the vision. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'll try my best, so stick with me, eh? Think big. First, you'll need a bit of context. Let me start from where my dad kicked me out, slash told me to move out in 2020, and a lot of context with it. So, all my whole life I've been battling depression, anxiety, harmful thoughts of all kinds, hatred to anything and everything. Childhood trauma from many sources, addiction my whole life as any form of escapism, YouTube, adult media, gaming, food, alcohol, nicotine, green, isolation, whatever you name it, I probably didn't if it was possible, you know? Nothing brought it to my attention till 2020 when I was offered the green by a great mate. Not his fault, mate, I have freedom of choice. In 2019, in December or a month earlier or so, Caitlin and I just got told we had to move out. Well, he told me he couldn't stand who I'd chosen as a partner for life, you know? And I had to move out. He asked me if I really love her. He pulled me aside and asked me if I really love her and want to be with her for my rest of my life. You know, and just I didn't know what to say. So with my heart, I said yes, and it was just I was set. You know. Um. So Kate and I decided at this age it would be better to just move on and discover the world for ourselves. You know. So we found a little perfect one-bedroom flat on a shared drive with a granny named Vivian. She was like a mum till she turned sour. She was awesome, man, but then she turned into a bitch. But I loved her, man. I still kind of do. I wish I could talk to her again, really. She's fucking, really, I mean, fucking, she was cool, but she was a bitch in the end. The fucking prescription meds got to her. It's just off of Colombo Street, Christchurch. Anyways, happens and we're out in the world. Um, in the central Christchurch, and the world's our oyster, mate. And you know it was, but we were just living, bro. It was insane. But still, back then I had no direction and didn't know what to do with my life. No sense of purpose or direction, no vision for the future or anything. I didn't think I was ever going to have kids, you know, or anything like that. I didn't know what to do with life. I didn't know. I didn't really have to work. I got free money. I was enjoying life. I was having fun every day. I didn't. My time was my time. I ate good. You know, what things weren't that expensive. You know what I mean? It was fuck. It's not like that anymore. But either way now. I had no conception of life, no control of my mind or acknowledgement of my negative and positive thoughts or how I should react to the world around me or people and shit. I didn't know what to do at all, and Caitlin did something that got us cash, and we didn't really know what to do with it. While living there, Vivian offered me green here and there, but I never got hooked at all since I had no source and I'd never had it. And Caitlin's vibe was just bad, so I just chilled for my first smoke at home in darkness, playing the guitar, and I felt the music, and I felt my body, and I just felt like even though things were bad around me, inside I felt okay. That's what it kind of always has done for me. Um, but it wasn't very long till my best mate and his ex popped over, and um, well, I was ready for it, man. Remember, at that time I was only a vapor. I only used 3 mg juice, Nick juice. Keep that in mind. Now, keep in mind I had freedom of choice, so like you can't blame anyone. Like life, bro. And keep in mind I want to escape my damn skin, bro. So yeah. So I was offered a nice small decent one with some tobacco and mate. I tried not long ago, mate, but this time it was different. It's like my soul shot into my body for the first time since primary school. It was an overpowering feeling like you'd just done a 12-hour shift and cleaned up with a hot shower and sat next to a fireplace with a hot cuppa and a blanket, mate. It's how you know it's your choice if that's your thing. It wasn't long till I was in groups that I could just ask at any time and receive at any time right to the door, and fucking I've left them now, but fuck, I don't regret it because it was insane. But you know, with Caitlin's cash and her soulmate, I lost it. You know, I absolutely lost it. It was just world's your oyster, bro. We got like cars and shit. You know, hold on, let me have a vape. It's been an hour or two. If you want after this, we can pick a vape juice together if you want. In 2021, it was just me and Caitlin, and the family was still estranged, eh? I had bouts of being sober for months, like when I just moved to Toom Street, and a second time, but for most of the time it was just smoking every like 30 minutes for a slight state change in my head, but fuck, what a way of life. Hold on, I need a drink. I might have to buy more. Right. It all went wrong in mid to late 2021. All perfectly if it's all part of the plan. I think it was all part of the plan because I wouldn't be where I am if it didn't go the way it was. I wouldn't be on the benefit I'm on if it didn't go the way it was. I wouldn't be so fucked in the head and doing this if I wasn't. You know, everything's gone. It's all part of the plan, mate. It's all part of the plan. Let's keep going. Caitlin was working the night shift at Countdown, and I started losing track of time without her alone in my small office. The crazy meathead next door dealer, they would do all sorts of fucked up crap. Cars coming up and down non-stop, gang members, and they'd see our little camera and fucking pull signs and shit, and you'd hear the glass pipes. Hell, mate. I was doing that inside, and we were losing it, and mate, we were alone in the world, and fucking so isolated. Caitlin's parents were estranged, my parents were estranged, that was it, bro. Fucking, and then just pregnant with Athena. I stopped eating and sleeping, and then until it'd been days and I didn't realise. Nothing I was saying was making any sense at all, but I saw the beauty of reality for what it is and who God is and the world we live in. Pretty much, man. Smoked so much. Also didn't drink back then, by the way. That I overloaded my dopamine to hell and beyond. Yeah, well, I don't know. I kind of went to the heights of heaven, really. It was fucking blissful, man. It was insane. I couldn't put it into words, you know. It was just us. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe us on this little ball, mate. Floating around, spinning around so fast around a fusion ball, mate. In a solar system, mate. In a galaxy, mate. In a fucking, you know what I mean? In the universe, you know, and we're alive and we're conscious and we're so focused on doing our own shit, but all of this is going on and we've got nature around us. You see what I mean? I couldn't put that into words back then. It was like, what the fuck is this society? What is this government? What is this bullshit? What's going on with the world? What the fuck are we, what's money, bro? What the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? I was just like, it was like, I'm either gonna fucking find a way to help or fucking find a way to end myself. You know, it was fucking too much, you know what I mean? But, you know, fuck. Oh, thank fuck that's over, but, you know, now I'm just me. Just how, it's just, I'm more compiled now. Really. Perfect, really. Yeah. Until Father's Day, I messaged my dad a huge message of what's going on, and the rest is history, man. Anyway, an ambulance comes and picks me up. Go to the hospital, and then I was laid on a bed and thought I was hearing shit, but I kinda knew I wasn't, but then I couldn't really tell. Sounds were just driving me crazy. Then they started knocking, like on a door, and I couldn't tell if it was a real knock or a speaker. They made me wait for a long time because they wanted to assess me to see if I needed to go into Hillmorden Hospital. Took me about more than 3 hours, mate. It was probably about 7 hours of laying on a couch in a room alone being monitored. They tried asking me questions, but I couldn't answer with straight words on your mumbling gibberish, you know. It had already been like probably over a day or two without sleep, and even on the couch trying, I couldn't rest. So they knew I had to go and, all the usual drug tests, get it all done. Anyway, I got picked up from the hospital by some nurses from Hill Morton Hospital and got brought in and taken to my room and given a milligram of risperidone. These days I'd take about 0.25 to 0.5 risperidone, a bit of quetiapine, a bit of mirtazapine, and I'm like, good man. Fucking don't really want to mess up my meds. They're like keeping me good. I sat just sat in bed, darkness, tripping out and seeing weird blobs of light and shit, and then I finally passed out after just watching the blobs. Then I felt good for a while, and then, the second night there, remember me being a 3 milligram vapor. The second night there, I met some people that I vibed with as brothers and sisters, and they offered me a ciggy. Now I had ciggies back in the day with me, man, but me mate Tom and Mitch back in the day offered me 2 Marlboro Reds, and I had them back to back, and I'd never had Nick before, and it felt crazier than being drunk for the first time. But then I was left with a newspaper taste in my mouth, and then we chilled inside for a while. But as soon as I got out, I just fucking hurled in his bush. Sorry, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so fucking Hill Morton Hospital, the people, and they got me hooked tobacco, but don't fucking stop them from smoking, mate. I fucking love that. I don't smoke anymore. I just went back to vaping, but mate, I love tobacco. It's so good. It's just too fucking expensive, eh? If I could though, fuck, it's one hell of a fucking thing to be into, Although you'll probably die doing it. Yeah, you don't really want to do ciggies, mate. Just vape. So the second week came there, and by the second week, mate, I was banging on doors, fucking angry, trying to get out, waking up too early, just wanting to have my smoke and go back to my room and do what I do, but when you wake up too early and shit, they don't let you out, the doors are all locked. It's like fucking prison, bro. It's literally like the fucking fences are so high you couldn't climb them even if you wanted to. It was insane, bro. It was literally worse than prison. Well, although the food was amazing and I'd fucking die for that food. It was too good. Every time. Anyway, they got me out. He got me out. They didn't do a lot of monitoring though, but I know that's probably all part of the plan, but didn't really change anything. As part of my discharge, I got put with Total House for the next 2 years, and they pretty much try to get young people that have had psychosis and get them into work. And they don't really properly help or solve any issues at all. They just kind of fuck you around. They don't do any cognitive therapy, no psychology, no nothing, mate. They just med you up and try and get you into work and get their bank. People have ended themselves in their services, so yeah, get fucked. I got out of there quick smart, mate. Quick smart. None of that bullshit. It's my life, mate. I'll get a job when I want, how I want. It's my fucking life. The government shouldn't tell you what to do. You should be able to do what I've done. You shouldn't have had to been depressed and go through psychosis to fucking get through life, to get to a point where you can figure out what you're doing. Because your parents didn't fucking teach you anything or show you the way of life. You get what I mean? Fucking other people are probably just shoved into work and don't really know what's going on or why they're even doing it, you know what I mean? They just have to live and get by. It's fucking gay, bro. It's no way to live. Fuck society, fuck the government. The government's a luxation, like in my song. That means a dislocated eye, mate. The governments are dislocated eyes. They don't see reality for what it is. Just keep going. Got out at that 2 weeks. And I had to leave my own place and move back with my parents. Yikes, mate. Fucking yikes. Anyway, obviously got used to being alone at Tom Street and enjoyed the company for a while living with my parents, but got sick of being in a small room with a newborn with a house full of demons. So Caitlin found us a place in Rangiora in 2022, and mate, it was meant to be, but boy was it a shithole, but we needed it, you know? And it was durable, like Athena could do whatever she wanted to the walls and it would do nothing. It ain't like Jib, man. You could do whatever you wanted to those and wouldn't even make a scratch unless you were putting things on the wall like sellotape and blue tack. It would peel paint off easily, but that's about it. Anyway, mate, even then the addictions, loss of direction were present. I had time sober, but when I was smoking, if you know what I mean. And back then I wasn't smart and it wasn't pretty. Still a good father and all, but a bad partner and not a good family man or anything. Family was still on and off on both sides, and us still on and off people, to be honest. Some of them are even estranged completely, not even in the same country. And obviously on my mum's side, which gives me my skin, I never see them, and mate, that is a priority of mine because I look like them, I feel like them, I be them, we are in them, we are one. I need to see them, they're family, time's of the essence, they're getting old, I need money, mate. I need to fucking get to the Philippines as fast as possible, man. As many times as possible, for as long as possible. I found a wonderful person through our neighbours at 18 Durham Street, though, which we don't live there anymore. You can search on Google Maps, I don't know who's there now, but it's a fucking mess, mate. Anyway, mate, it was meant to be, you know, and then we got a message from a social worker saying one of her clients are moving this weekend, this Sunday. She gave us the number of the landlord, you know, and it just so happens it's the same landlord, mate, as the concrete-walled shithole Flintstone house. So we said we're interested, and we did a private viewing and we got it, and mate, it's beautiful, it's perfect, it's warm. It's perfect, man. The windows are tinted, it gets hot when it needs to, it keeps cool, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. Fully gated, not too much lawn. Neighbours are fine, but those ones are good, the other ones are a bit iffy. Just around the corner from a supermarket and a park and dog park and field and rugby field and down the road from the schools, and you get right down the road from the kinder. You can't get any better than this, mate. They say location, location, location. This is it, mate, and we're not paying much, and I'm so grateful. Which brings me to now. I'm still battling addiction, mate. And man, I'm missing too much from my story, but I'll chime in a little more. After leaving the Totara house, I still had a guide, a therapist, a teacher, and a plant in my life from stop this plan from happening. You know, it's weird. She stopped the plan from happening, but then told me to get a job and said the job will make it happen. But then I didn't see the point of getting a job if I didn't have a plan, so get fucked. Leave me alone. And you guess what, mate? She's on maternity leave now till mid-year, and I'm never going back, mate. I sent a text because I was like going through this, and well, she ain't gonna get back till mid-year, so I'm never going back. She'll flick a text and I won't reply. I'm gonna be a Sparky by then. Well, at least training to be, or an apprentice, so yeah. I'm nearly healed and know what needs to be done. At least she brought some awareness to the state of my mind and my surroundings. I'm here. Oh, let's keep going. Here's what I see in my head for the future and vision of what I'm hoping to do. Result me vere. Where do I start? Let's get the social media out of the way. I'm still recording. I'm here to... Oh, fuck, where am I? I'm here to be here forever to show you every step of the journey. Can you not? For a sec. I'm here to be here forever to show you every step of the journey, mate. From quite literal living hell on earth to mountains of prosperity. at the same time shed some light on the universe we live in day to day, and it's just become white noise to your ears, eyes, skin, everything, mate. Your taste buds, fucking bring some awareness back to your consciousness, and a little bit of hope and light, I hope just I can teach them stuff by the way I think and live and control my mind, So I want to be here for every step to start to finish, and I want you to be here for it. So, for example, right, battling addiction, get through the addiction, get into study, get a part-time job, get my first car, finish training, become a Sparky, blah blah blah. Keep going, mate. Where am I gonna go? Who fucking knows? This is life. I'm not gonna just stop at being a Sparky. What business ventures can I do? What investments? What money can I make with money? What can I do? What can I flip? Etc. etc. If I've got time, if I'm awake, mate, I'll be working, right? So, first, quit the crap. Make sure I only drink after 6. Can still vape. Be a Sparky for a day or face the course head on with some assistance. Dig right into that until the kids are ready. Either then I would have landed a job already or ready to take one on when it's ready to look, or I would have become an apprentice, or I'd just have to gauge how things go. I have a feeling I should be a half decent Sparky. As a kid I always was drawn to being a Sparky tech, so yeah. When the kids are in school and doing good, and everything is good, and the windows are looking chill and free, and everything's good, Caitlin can do her thing, Once Caitlin's scored some income and started I'll start saving as much as possible, and I'll get on to the next bit. Obviously I have to work and maintain everything in my current life at the same time, such as raising the children and making the most of life. Keep up with seeing my mates and being better for them and being a better man for all. Try be a better partner and keep up. Take up new skills like woodworking and metalworking and other stuff, and get over my fears of water and heights. At the same time, improving quality of life and making life better for all the girls. Right, these toys will keep me busy for years. My toys will be this. A man cave decked out with a decent gaming PC setup, catered to streaming music creation, a poker table, a wee bar, that comes at some other point. I don't know when that'll happen, but the first real toy is a manual, fun get-around car. Second, a decked out 4x4, survival, camping, fishing, and gear and equipment, and then a boat. And then the 350 GT. This stuff will probably come before the 4x4, so I can do all this stuff before I even get the 4x4, and then that'll help out. And then I'll get a boat and go even more ham with shit. Then the other toy will be a 350 GT, which is this. Nissan Skyline Hybrid 350 GT 3-litre turbo, black coilovers or air suspension, mags and tyres. Decorate the inside classy, how I like it, JDM style. Decorate the outside with class. Sound system, keep the exhaust quiet so I can do what I want where I want. Police radar, because and whatever else I need, and more shit. Yep. And obviously tools and lots of shit. Anyway, these tools will keep me busy, earning, working and building and bringing the means of joys to be had. At some point I'll have a beautiful wedding somewhere in the world, and I'll keep trying to make money with money, because if I've got money and I'm making money, I want to use the money to make more money, to have more money, to make 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 more money. Yeah. And then save for a huge piece of land to live on for generations. Then I want to build a chapel on my land, where I worship from when my eyes open in the morning, from when they shut on the Sunday night. A feast during the day, for the whole day through, and everything for kids, whatever for kids, and lots of learning for them too. And I mean, if you're going to worship the Almighty, you can dedicate half of your 1 or 7 days and you still get to sleep at the end of it, so that's getting off easy, you know? Considering there's a hell deep as heaven is high and Jesus died on the cross, and those teachings have been around for thousands of years and people fucking piss around it like it's a game. Anyway, mate, on my land I want windmills and energy generation to the grid. I want a nice solar panel, and then if anyone steals that idea, mate, I'll know you got it from here, eh? You know? On my land I want windmills and energy generation to be on the grid. I want a nice solar panel farm and huge batteries for endless hours, days of power. Uninterruptible power supplies for every room to keep electronics safe so they can be disabled and shut down properly and safely and no information is lost or nothing is popped. I've stock and all. Fruit and veg forever. Big chest freezers with years of food backed up so in case anything happens we'll live. Keep making music if I can. Keep making the internet things and making proper vlogs eventually. Keep my family healthy and wealthy. Show to the world how to worship and bring without being labelled insane. And you know who I mean. Yay, yeah. Become a man and take the world with me. Show what's possible. Well, something like this anyway. We don't know how it's going to go, so just stick around. Even if I don't upload for weeks at a time, mate, I'll upload again and I'll update the whole fucking 2 months and it'll probably be an hour and a half long, so yeah, I'll always be here. I always have. Just look at my Modern Warfare 2 video from 2012 to my Warframe 2013. I also had one in 2015 and now I've got gaming stuff in 2023, 24, and now I've got this in 2025. I've always been here and I always will. I've had Twitter accounts since I was 11, you know. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for visualizing if you've stuck around this long for some reason. This is more for me than it is for anyone else, but if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing and what I'm going to try and do, and you know those churches, if my chapel took off and people travelled to my land to do that, I'd create chapels all over the globe, mate, with the same principle, and I'd I'd travel around every week to a different one and fucking just do my thing and do our thing, you know? Be great. Anyway, thank you all for listening and watching. This is Joshua.